Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I am going to review the Wet n Wild and Pac-Man collection. So I have a bunch of the collection, I have the lippies, I have the bronzing pellets, so I'm going to show you what I got from the collection, and then we're going to do a look with them. So the first two items that I got were the two palettes. One is a blush, it is a high score blush palette. It looks like that. And then the eyeshadow palette. I think Wet n Wild did A+++ for packaging for this collection. I don't think they could have done a better job personally. And this is what the blush palette looks like. For my skin tone, it almost looks like I could maybe use this one as a bronzer, but we'll see. And then, almost dropped the palette. That would not have been good. And then the eyeshadow palette also has like the design, as you can see. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. And it has little ghosts and Pac-Man like embossed in the eyeshadows. Before I go any further, I want to address that I have not used Wet n Wild on my channel in a while. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but after they came out and said that they did sell their cosmetics in China, I kind of stopped using them for a bit. I definitely got this collection because I collect themed makeup, no matter what brand it's from pretty much. And so I did grab this collection, but I'm not happy with the fact that they lied to their customers. So I just wanted to kind of address that really quickly and not talk about it in depth, but those are my feelings on it. So the bronzing pellets look like this, and you unscrew it. Oh, it has a thing. Okay, I had one of these, it was sealed, and then it has a little poof. I don't know that I see the point in these, but I smell everything. It smells weird, but they're just bronzing pellets. I've never used bronzing pellets before, but I have used like a finishing powder pellet type thing. They're not my favorites, but I wanted to have something with this packaging. Well, at least I didn't drop the actual balls. So give me 1 second. Okay, I got the lid. So this is like, again, what the packaging looks like. It's just really, really cute. It's called Power Pellets Bronzer. Then I also got one of the eyeshadow brushes, which looks like this. We'll take it out of the packaging. And then my friend Leanne Soreo actually sent me one of the powder brushes. So I'll show you that in a minute as well. And thank you so much, Leanne. I'm going to link her channel up here. She did a full review on this collection on her channel. Originally, I just wanted the brushes until I saw how cute the collection was. So this is the brush, and it has glitter in the inside, and there's little tiny Pac-Man in there. So we're going to use that brush today. And I even love how inside the packaging for the brushes, they have this. You could use that as a bookmark if you wanted to. And then the powder brush that Leanne sent me is this one. Again, it has the cute packaging and an even bigger bookmark that you could use. For some reason, I already have swatches on my hands. I feel like I always have stuff on my hands. And these brushes are soft. I love Wet n Wild brushes. I've used them for years. And this is the powder brush. And again, it has the glitter and it has little yellow Pac-Man. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the actual Pac-Man, but I put pictures on my Instagram as well. So we'll use these two brushes. Wet n Wild always does the cutest brushes, and I knew I had to get these because I wanted the Game of Thrones brushes or the Fire and Ice ones, but I never ended up getting them, so I was disappointed in that. And then last but not least, I got the 4 lip colors that this collection comes with. So I almost dropped one. Let's try that again. Okay, so we have Clyde, which is the orange, and now I have dropped one. Uno momento. Okay, sorry about that. So we have Clyde, which is the orange one. I should not be the one to try and hold them all up at the same time. We have Pinky, which is the pink one. We have Blinky. Yeah, Blinky, which is the red one. And then we have Inky, which is the blue one. Now, I have seen a few reviews. I have heard that this one is not as opaque, I guess. So they're all glosses. They're not liquid lipsticks. So yeah, that one is definitely not very opaque for a blue, but it's a blue gloss, so you could put it over top of a blue liquid lipstick and I'm sure that it would look good. So yeah, we'll get started. So I'm going to use my MAC paint stick today. And sorry, I didn't realize it, but this MAC paint stick is almost empty. That's why. Remember how the other day I said I didn't know why one of them felt like it was like all melty or whatever, and I was dipping my sponge in or like my finger in instead of like actually putting the stick on my eye. Well, now I see why, because this is the one that I actually had in my empties video, which you guys haven't seen yet, but I did an empties video and I had a couple of these in there, so now I understand. So I'm just gonna pat that out, and I want to do a really colorful look. I mean, it is a very colorful palette, so I put these aside so I don't drop something else in this video. Okay, and we'll start with this. So I think I'm going to start with the yellow shade, and then I want to go into the orange shimmer right here, and then the pink, and then the purple. That's my plan. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadow brush that it comes with. I almost don't want to use it because I don't want the embossing to be like gone. You know, the little Pac-Man and the little ghosts. Oh, well, okay. We are off to a good start. That is a very pigmented yellow. I have only used a few eyeshadows from Wet n Wild. And I was not a fan, I just have to admit. Wet n Wild products as a whole I have liked. Like I like their foundation, I've liked their lip products, I've liked their highlighters, but in terms of eyeshadow, I've never been a huge fan of their eyeshadow formula, but this one, so far so good. That's crazy. Okay, now we're gonna go into the orange shimmer. Oh, I don't want to get rid of the ghost. Okay, so it looks to be like an orange shimmer with a little bit of like a golden. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. It's not as pigmented as the yellow, but I also don't have a glitter glue underneath it. That is so pretty. Okay, this reminds me a lot of the shade Orange Juice from the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. You might even have to swatch them next to each other, which I know sounds crazy, but I mean, I'm sure Orange Juice is more pigmented, but it reminds me of it because it's an orange with like a gold shift. I also saw that Essence Cosmetics or Essence Beauty, I'm not sure what, you know, which one they're called. I'm now going into the pink. I saw that they're also coming out with a Pac-Man collection, which really confused me because the 40-year anniversary of Pac-Man apparently is next year, but not this year, next year. So I don't know, very confusing. And I don't know why Pac-Man would do a collaboration with 2 drugstore brands back to back. It's a little weird. And the Essence collection, in my opinion, is not as spot on. I mean, they do have some cute packaging, but the palette is just kind of meh. Like, just not, it's neutral. So I guess if you are a neutral lover, but you want Pac-Man packaging, that's your palette. So I'm going to dip into a different brush for the purple, just because that's a kind of like a packing brush, not really a crease brush. And I'm just going to take the purple and put it on my Morphe M332. Okay, that is also a pigmented purple. I am shocked at how pigmented these eyeshadows are. Honestly, it's crazy. I'm happy because that means it's an eyeshadow palette that I would actually use, and it's not just for the packaging sake, but that is nuts. Okay, so I like that. I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my foundation really quick and I will be right back. Okay, so I just did my base. Losing my voice. Just did my base. I didn't do anything else because I wanted to come on camera and do my lower lash line. So I think for my lower lash line, see, I'm torn. I'm gonna stick with purple. I was gonna do blue originally, but I really don't want it to be a rainbow look because I have done a bunch of those and I have a few rainbowish things coming up, so I kind of wanted to do it more like a sunsetty look. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick to the purple on the lower lash line, maybe some of the pink, but I am really impressed with this eyeshadow palette so far. It is insanely pigmented. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take this black liner from Makeup Geek. It's called Obsidian. Any black liner will do. Ow. Preferably one that doesn't hurt your eyes, like a sharpened one maybe. I did not sharpen that well enough. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take this big brush. I don't know what I did with my big powder. Oh. I almost forgot about this brush. My goodness. I'm like, I don't have a big powder brush. Yeah, you do. My goodness. Okay. And just realized I'm missing my brows. So, oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so confession time. So I don't know how many of you guys do this. Okay, where is my brow pencil? Okay, 1 second, sorry. I think my brow pencil has an invisibility cloak because it was literally in the same place that it has always been in my brush holder and I couldn't find it. So confession time. So sometimes I will, you know, in between getting my eyebrows threaded or whatever, I will take my razor. Well, it's not like a razor like what you use to shave your arms and legs, but it's like one of those eyebrow razors. I got it at like TJ Maxx or something like that, and I will just take a little bit and just go like in between, or like clean up the top a little. I cleaned it up a little too much. I literally removed, I think, like half my eyebrow because it's gone, and I didn't realize it until the other day when I went to go do my eyebrows, and I realized how much I had to fill in. So much more than usual. So yeah, be careful when doing that and use a mirror, because this was the first time that I was like, I don't need to use a mirror, I'll just feel for it. Big mistake. So now I have to wait for that to grow back in. And yeah, that's not good. So, all right, now I'm gonna clean off the eyeshadow brush, or at least try to. That pink and orange wants to really stain the brush, which is a shame, but when I rinse it, I'm sure it'll be okay. These shadows do not have names, by the way. So I'm gonna take the white glittery one, and I'm gonna put it on the brush. That one tends to go everywhere, so I'm going to spray my brush a little bit. I normally don't spray my brush, but I want to use it for my inner corner and for my brow bone. So I'm just gonna, I think I sprayed my brush too much. Is that possible? Because that's what I did. Yeah, that is a really like glittery color. It just kind of goes everywhere when you try to go into it, unless you spray your brush. So I definitely recommend doing that. I know this is gonna sound so whatever, but I can't believe I created this look with a Wet n Wild palette. I know how that sounds, and I don't mean for it to sound that way, but I have not had personal good luck with Wet n Wild eyeshadows. So I'm taking that glittery one, the pencil brush, and I'm just putting that in my inner corner. I did not get the highlighting pellets. I'm just not a pellet person. Like, I have these Guerlain pellets that I've used, or that I've had for a long time, and I just haven't really used them, and I need to. Like, I've been trying to make myself use them more, and so I was like, okay, I don't need two things of pellets. I just wanted one for the packaging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into these. These look shimmery, so I'm going to dip into them, and we're going to use them as bronzer, but I might go in with my butter bronzer after. I just want to see what the color kind of looks like before I do that. So I'm going to take this Morphe brush and just swirl. Now, one thing I've noticed, at least with the Guerlain ones, ooh, that is pigmented, is you have to be careful, because with the Guerlain ones, they'll get stuck in the bristles of the brush. All right. I went in a little lighter on the one side, because that is crazy pigmented. I'm gonna have to, we'll fix that. Maybe, I guess I don't have to go back in with my butter bronzer, because these do work. And it doesn't seem to have really taken away from any of the pellets, so, which is usually, you know, how that works. Like, they usually last a pretty long time. All right, I'm gonna put back the spongy thing and put the lid on without dropping it this time. And then once it's placed, it does not seem to want to blend out very much. At least not with a brush. But with the sponge, it's okay. Alright. And then we're going to go into the blush palette. So let me put the eyeshadow palette away. And I think I'm gonna use the two pinky peach ones. Ooh, pigmented. Okay. I do like Wet n Wild blushes, the ones that I've tried anyway. They tend to be pigmented. So in here there are two mattes. Is it a matte? No. There are, well, there's like a satin, two shimmers, and a matte. But that is really pretty. I like that. That is, my nose. That is the kind of blush that I would wear on like a daily basis. So I'm just gonna, and then let me put on some mascara real fast, and then we will get to the lip color. And I have no idea which one I want to wear. I thought I wanted to wear the red, but I might try on the pink or the orange. The orange looks like an everyday gloss. Maybe I'll try them all. After this, I'm gonna go let my mom's dogs out for her. And she said I have some packages there, because since I didn't know how much longer I was gonna be here, and I hadn't really moved anything into the new place since we're still packing and the new place is being fixed up, I decided to have some, you know, kind of, I guess, what's the word, like register my stuff at, like anything that gets sent to me, to my mom's. So, my mom said I have some packages there, so we will see. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try I'm just gonna try them all on for you real quick. So I'm gonna try the blue, and yeah, I don't think I need to really go any further. This one would be a good topper on top of like a actual blue liquid lipstick, I think. But in terms of on its own, not so much. Still happy I have it, because I probably will put it on top. I do wear blue liquid lipstick from time to time, and I wanted the whole set. So now I'm going to do Clyde, which is the orange. Okay, so this one is basically just a Your Lips But Better. Oh, it still has some of the blue. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty. That's just like a very neutral, wet looking gloss. And I could definitely see myself using that like on a daily basis. They're not too sticky. They're not the least sticky I've ever tried, but they're not too sticky. Now we'll go into Pinky, which of course is one of my favorite Pac Rain Ghosties. They don't smell like anything. Okay, so this is also a sort of a Your Lips But Better. But way more pink. I like that one a lot. So far, out of the ones I've tried on, that's my favorite. Orange is my second favorite. Blue is going to be my least favorite, no matter what the red looks like. I'm pretty sure. Alright, and last but not least, try the red, and then I'll decide which one I want to keep on. Which might just be the red, just so I don't have to take it back off. I just thought this was a really pretty tone of red as well. I think they did a good job with it. Huh. I feel like you kind of have to build it up. but my foundation is a little bit messed up around the corners of my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one on. It's very pretty. I really love this tone of red. So, let me spray my face one more time. Okay, so that's that. So overall, I think that I think these 3 glosses are worth it. If you want the full collection, get the blue one. If you don't care, if you just want 1 or 2 of them, then I would choose between the pink, the red, and the orange, depending on what you wear. The blush palette is amazing. The bronzer palettes, to me, were actually a surprise. I mean, would I purchase them again if Wet n Wild made it a permanent part of their collection? Probably not, just because I don't think it's as convenient as using a pressed bronzer, and I feel like, I don't know, I don't think it'll last as long as a pressed bronzer. But the blush palette, amazing. And the eyeshadow palette, a huge surprise, amazing. The brushes, definitely worth having in my collection, and they worked beautifully. Thank you again, Leanne. I really appreciate you sending me this. Yeah, so that is the collection. Really quick, a birthday shout out. So my twin sister here on YouTube, Debbie Knobloch, her son Tanner is celebrating his birthday today. So I just wanted to say happy birthday, Tanner, and I cannot wait to meet you one day. I love Debbie and her family, so I just wanted to wish Tanner happy birthday. And also, it is my nephew's birthday today, so happy birthday, Christopher. I love you both, and I hope that you have an amazing birthday. I'm actually going to be going out with my, well, it's the day that you're seeing this that it's their birthdays, but I'm going to be going out to dinner with my nephew. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below if you picked up anything from the collection, if you wanted anything from the collection, if you're having a hard time finding it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I was convinced I was not going to find it at all, and then I walked into CVS and there was the whole collection. So anyhow, and for some reason they had said it was like an Ulta exclusive, but then I kept seeing people finding it everywhere but Ulta. So anywho, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.